Yo, what's up, y'all? How's it going? Let me just jump here and do the sound check. Which mug is that? Cool, it's working as always. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. It's a very, very sunny day today here in the Netherlands. Stomach is feeling a bit off today, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but it's like not doing so good. But you know, we here doing what it do anyway. So we're going to the Ching. In case it's your first time here, you can check out the first two videos that I did on this in the lives playlist or whatever that section is. I explain, you know, more the history, the background, how to compile the hexagram. And so now we're going to go ahead and start the process. So we're going to get 3 coins. Heads, you multiply times 3. Tails, you multiply times 2. You can remember that because the T has 2 lines like this, so that's 2, and then the H has 3 lines, so then you remember this multiplied times 3. Basically, then you start from the bottom and go up. I put that backwards. Sometimes I like to write it down just so I'm not getting confused. 6 and 8. So the first number is 8. This is the even number. Even numbers have a gap. If you guys hear, you know, every day I forget that. But I'm getting good. The past few days, I remembered it correctly. Even numbers get a gap. Odd numbers have like a solid line with no space in the middle. So now let's do the remaining 5. Let's see if we get any 6 or 9. 6 or 9s tell you when you have a changing line. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's an odd number, so it's going to be a solid line. Yo, I'm tired today, man. Sleepy. Another 7. Solid line. Now we're going to go. We got the bottom trigram. Let's do the top trigram. This one is 8, right? Yeah. Yeah. So this one is going to be, yo, I think my brain is kind of tired today. I think I messed this up, or I think I confused, but for consistency, I'm going to start over. Because I think I confused I always use the coins where the head is on, you have to stay consistent. Well, it's better to stay consistent. And so for me, I'm using the Euro coins. So the heads is this side, and then the tails are the one with the number there. So I'm just gonna start over to make sure I'm consistent. Tails with the number, and I say heads is the one without the number because normally they have like a head on them, like a picture of someone. So we're just gonna start over, make sure we got this right. Okay. Gosh, I'm tired today. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's odd number, so it's going to be a solid line. Already got a different one. Let's go. Got our first changing line. 6. It's an even number, so it's going to have a gap. This is the first time I made that mistake. But I am really tired today, guys. Exhausted. Another 7. Solid line. I'm going to go back. Rolling these coins. Yo, what we got here? 6, 7, 8. Oh, even number, so you're gonna have a gap. I'm so tired. I slept like so much today. It's really crazy to me. Times 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God, I'm exhausted today, y'all. I need to take a nap. It's crazy. I just got back from the gym, though. I've been, 6, 7, 8 again. So we have our hexagram, y'all. Let's go ahead and look up in the chart We have only, excuse me, guys. Exhausted today. I don't know what's going on. We have only one changing line. So the bottom is fire, and the top is water. So 55. Hexagram 55. And then we're going to read one changing line, which is number 2. So let's find hexagram 55. Let's see. Y'all so sleepy today. So before we get started, you just want to make sure that our hexagram is correct. So compare the drawing to the one at the top. No, this is not the right one. Is that 55? So what the fuck did I miss? That's not the right one. That's the first time that happened. Normally I get it right. Okay, the bottom trigram is fire, and the upper trigram is water. Okay, yeah. So this is going to be 63, actually. I don't remember if we've read that before, but we're going to find out. Now let's jump. Make sure we had the right one before we get too much further in the wrong. Oh, direction. Oh, yeah, I need to take a nap today. The fuck? Chi-Chi. That's a funny name. Again, make sure that we had the right one based on the diagram at the top. Yep, that's correct. So 63, Chi-Chi. After completion. Good fortune unfolds for those who remain on guard against inferior influences. This hexagram indicates that movement from chaos to order is complete. The time is extremely favorable, and you are likely to enjoy much success as long as you heed the warning of Chi-Chi. Remain on guard against incorrect thoughts, attitudes, actions, both in yourself and in others. We arrive in beneficial situations by following the correct path, the path of correct conduct. When we have achieved success or are close to it, it is our nature to want to relax and allow the ego to bask in glory. If you revert to this sort of carelessness now, you will undo all that you have worked to build. It is important not to become indifferent to spiritual details at this time. If a thought or action even borders on incorrectness, discard it and return to the path of the sage immediately. 1 minute we dip our toe into incorrectness, the next minute we are swimming in it. The next we drown. Therefore, it is wiser to simply keep our toes dry in the first place. You are counseled to remain alert to inferior influences and others. You can only prevent misfortunes by anticipating them in advance, and this is achieved through watchfulness. The image of Chi-Chi is that of a kettle of water boiling over the fire. There is great power here, but it is lost if one allows the water to boil over or evaporate through carelessness and indifference. Alertness and conscientiousness adherence to what is correct are called for if you wish to prolong your good fortune now. And then we're going to read the second line. The second line, if you do not have the cooperation or recognition of others, do not chase after it or condemn them harshly. Through modesty and acceptance, you gain your objectives. I'll read that second line one more time. If you do not have the cooperation or recognition of others, do not chase after it or condemn them harshly. Through modesty and acceptance, you gain your objectives. Okay, so we had this one before, but we had some different changing lines. Last times we had the 4th changing line and the 5th changing line. So a little bit of a different message. And again, this speaks almost directly to what I've been personally experiencing. You know, it's a good sign. Good fortune unfolds to those who remain on guard against inferior influences. So it's about remaining steady on the path of correct thought and correct action, similar to what we hear from Neville Goddard. and his mentor, Abdullah, similar to what we hear from Brian Withers, similar to what we hear from Rev Ike. All of the messages are coming back again. Do not hold on to incorrect principles, incorrect thinking, incorrect emotion, incorrect or overly zealous judgment of others or oneself. Instead, learn to relax. A lot of the times, especially that second line, if you do not have the cooperation or recognition of others, do not chase after it or condemn them harshly. So don't get angry at the lack of support that you might receive or the lack of cooperation from others. Maybe you feeling that people are going against you. But the whole idea is that you're not supposed to chase what is missing now. You're supposed to relax into it. Again, it's like the Chinese finger trap, right? So if you're like angry, you're realizing that you're surrounded by a lot of fake people, a lot of phony people, a lot of false people, people who say to your friends and then try to sabotage you behind your back, or parents or family who say that they support you but then leave you in your times of need, or whatever your situation is with other people. You can like fight that. You can be really angry, as I was kind of having those thoughts stir in the background. And this reminds us to relax into it. Why am I doing this? This is the Chinese finger trap. Remember as a kid, you put a thing over both the fingers, and if you pull to get your fingers free, it just makes it worse. So this is like the resistance. You need to relax into it, and then the Chinese finger trap is going to open. So it's like going with the Tao, going with the flow, not forcing life, not resisting what is, but accepting and relaxing into it. And another thing is to make sure that your thoughts, I think this is the incorrect thoughts or actions part, is that you cannot allow the external world to influence the internal, because as the Kabbalion says, as above, so below, right? So if you allow what you observe in the 3D world and this reality to impact your thoughts, that is how you're allowing the external to program your subconscious mind, which then creates your reality that you perceive. So you have to remain in control of that. It's almost like a force that you're pushing out versus taking in. People who are grounded, confident, steady, supported, loved, cared about, they have a certain way of their energy is almost forced outward. They are like emanating from themselves, and this creates some kind of like magnetism. More positive emotions also, because you're living from a more grounded place. You're living from your own self-definition. But if you are taking internal, the circumstances, and then allowing that to update your subconscious mind, then you are basically at the mercy of this 3D realm, which is not the most important level of existence. And so that's why it's important to remember now that this is a time where you should relax, accept what is, be peaceful to that, be peaceful to the resistance, any resistance that you might feel, and allow yourself to grow from that place. So thanks for being here today. I'm probably going to take a nap, guys, because I'm extremely tired. But I'll see you guys around, and I hope you have a nice weekend. Take care.